Billy Napier has finally been fired by Florida. It happened yesterday. And look, I don't know who they're going to go get. James Franklin would be a good hire. John Sumrall would be a good hire. John Gruden would be a good hire. Dan Mullen, he's won in the SEC before. And so on. Like it's all the same guys that everyone is talking about for every other job in the country. Here's why I wanted to make the video. Yesterday, he gets fired. I'm scrolling through X because there are some smart people out there who would probably throw out the name of a coach or some information that I don't have that is important to the coaching search. And then I stumbled across this tweet by Clay Travis. Many opinions on Clay Travis. I have one. Not going to give it to you. Not the right video for that. Here's what Clay Travis had to say about the Florida job. Florida is a better job than Penn State. It's the best job on the board because it has way better recruits. You can win a national championship with only recruits within 3 hours from campus. And this is the issue that I continue to run into whenever I see people talking about the best jobs available in this hiring cycle. Have we learned nothing from Indiana and Coach Cignetti? A good job in college football now is no longer the one that's in a great conference. It is no longer the one that has access to these phenomenal recruiting grounds. It is about one thing and one thing only. It's not facilities. That used to be really important. No, it's about how much money do you have? Do you have a $30 million war chest that you can use to go out and spend money on the best players in the portal? Everyone's clowning LSU this year because they can't, run the football well enough to go win games, and they're going to miss the playoff, and LSU may fire Brian Kelly and all these things. LSU's defense was really bad last year, and then they, pulled a whole bunch of money together, and they just completely changed their defense. Indiana pulled a bunch of money together and went and bought the number one ranked quarterback in the transfer portal, and now they're undefeated, and they're going to have a legitimate chance to win a national title because of it. Clay's logic 5 years ago would be correct. All of those things would matter. In-state talent, what's that like? What are your facilities like? What's your home environment? Where are you from? None of that matters anymore. Where you're from might matter a little bit, especially if we see a guy like Rhett Lashley leave SMU to go to Arkansas. He played there and all those things. But in terms of there's good players within 3 hours of the campus. Texas Tech's probably going to win the Big 12, even though I know they lost to Arizona State, so we'll see how that shakes out with them and BYU. But Texas Tech, they're one of the 10 best teams in the country because they had the number 2 ranked portal class. They just went out and bought everybody. It's not about who's close by. It's about, do you have the money to go and buy the players that you need to win? It's why Ohio State is, once again, really, really good because they have a ton of money up there. And then you just go out and buy whoever they want. Oh, and it's also Ohio State, so guys kind of want to go play there. Why is Indiana so good? Why didn't Coach Cignetti leave? Because now he's got Mark Cuban finally given to the program. They've got a ton of money. That is what it's about. So when you see people ranking these jobs, because it's an easy content thing. Brandon Walker over at Barstool, who does a really good job, he ranked them the other day. I was just like, you don't know. Unless you were fully aware of what all of these different schools have in terms of their NIL money, because that is all that matters right now. That's all that matters. When you rank the 7 schools that currently have openings between Florida, Penn State, Arkansas, Oklahoma State, Virginia Tech, UCLA, and Stanford, the number one question is very simply, how much money do they have? Like Arkansas, backed by, or if you can get them to back you, Sam Walton, CEO of Walmart. Tyson Chicken is based out of Northwest Arkansas. And J.B. Hunt, big trucking company. 3 billionaires live in Northwest Arkansas. If all 3 of them back you, then Arkansas, you could argue, would be the best job on the list because they can fundraise more money than the other ones. And I say that without knowing the booster situation at these other schools. That is all that matters now. Simply, who can raise the most money? Okay, if Stanford can raise more money than Florida, then that is the best job available. That's all that matters now. And I'm so tired of seeing people rank these openings by things of the past that simply don't matter anymore.